Hey there, I'm Dee from Embodied Sexuality Tarot. I'm a spiritual practitioner and divinator. Here on this channel, I bridge spirituality and practicality by helping you nurture relationship to the body and spirit. So, relationship with self and relationship with others. Okay, this video is a pick a card, messages from the Divine Feminine. Please pick your card from the cover photo because I'm just about to get right into it. All right, so this is card 1, card 2, card 3. Well, you could also take the time to choose it here by pausing the video. That's fine too. But either way, let's get going. Okay, so for the first card we have here, Nikolzana. My apologies. But we have this card, Celestial Alignment. All right. So let's put that there. We can tune into it as we go. Just really quickly, there's a message here about freedom, sense of self and identity. It feels like you're paving your own way, or like listening more to your intuition or what your soul is calling you to do, and it's rejuvenating you. So I'm being drawn to this goat here, and also this plant. So I feel like you're acknowledging ways that nourish you, that are outside of the box. Okay, we do have the clouds here. So I feel like your expression, your creativity is very unique to you, and you're allowing yourself to embody that or dive more into that without being like insecure about it. Okay, you're understanding that your uniqueness is what makes you beautiful and strong, and that's what is bringing you favor from the universe. Like that, this is you living your authentic truth and being free in that is what gravitates opportunities and blessings towards you. Okay, so I just feel like you're breaking free and like letting go of things that suppress you, your mind, your body, your spirit, your creativity. I just see that you're like flourishing. Okay. Yeah. So, in case it needs to be said again, I feel like your path ultimately relies on your authenticity and what you are sharing. Like your purpose and your path requires you to do this. Okay. All right, let's go. What else? Messages from the Divine Feminine. Okay. We got Six of Presents. I feel like you're giving back with your creativity, all right? You have an influence over people. It could be that you're influencing children in some way. Doesn't have to be children, but I just see that what you're giving out into the world, giving out into community is coming back to you, all right? I feel like, okay, so let me rewind and show you the Six of Presents. That's where I got that last message here. Six of Presents at the back of the deck. And then also at the back of this deck, we have Not Enough. So I feel like your purpose or your calling or whatever you're dabbling into right now is about helping to build other people up. I feel like your journey consisted of like you being suppressed and kind of bullied or belittled or something, where you just kind of like were made to believe that you weren't enough, and you're finally understanding, hey, that's not true. And so you're using your journey and your knowledge and skills and things to help other people who may be experiencing this. Okay, so I just feel like, yeah, you're using your enlightenment, your glowing beauty, skill enhancement, just like what you've learned along the way to help try to bring other people along with you and help them realize the potential of their own selves and help them realize that what they're enduring from other people and stuff is not true. It's not the reality of things. And that they can do something. They can follow their path. Okay. What else? Well, I feel like that involves, so my throat is dry, so I feel like that involves the throat chakra. You might be doing some sort of speaking, public speaking, some teaching, some short videos or something. You could be doing like a podcast or audio stuff, something with your voice. You could be writing music that is inspiring. So yeah, there was something else about the voice. It could just be, words of encouragement that are helping to save lives. So maybe you're just posting or writing something every day. Something, like I said, with speech, voice, okay, that could be involved in what you're doing. Okay, what else? Spokesperson. A model type figure. And when I say model, I don't mean like, I mean, it could be, fashion wise, clothing wise, but when the word model comes to me, it's just more like a important figure or role model, more so. Role model in other people's lives. Okay. People look up to you. Truth. Okay, when everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking. What did I just say? When everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking, you get shown when to talk and when to be silent. Your words come from silence, not fear. You do the talking, dear Lord, take me over and speak through me. Okay, that's what I just said. So you could also be involved in so I already got like a sense of community. So you could be doing work with community, and I'm just gonna say it. This could involve like the queer community or rights and things like that. So you could be involved in some sort of activism. You could be physically doing that, like going to protests and stuff, or you could be writing things, or you could be what was the other thing? Something else came up. So activism comes in many forms, right? There's physical showing up. There's writing. Oh, drawings. That was the other thing. So you could be doing like some kind of cartoon drawings or something like that that depict powerful messages. So that could be for somebody in particular. Okay. All right. So let's get going. What do they need to know here? We got King of Needles. All right. Use your brains. Use your voice. Be thoughtful. What else? Wedding rings. Okay. Perfectionism. Permission to make mistakes is so freeing. It's the root of creativity and change. Allow me, divine, to make as many mistakes as I need, free from the prism of perfectionism. So I feel like whatever you're doing, you might be self-critical, but I also feel like people are seeing you, right? You're in view. All right, so it could be a social media platform or just with the work that you do or whatever, but people are seeing you. So with this perfectionism, I just feel like it's more about not letting not self doubting yourself, not doubting yourself due to some of the feedback you're getting, or some of the different views that you're getting. So with the King of Needles, I just feel like learning, being adaptable, but also going with your gut and what you feel called to speak on and what you feel called to share, that kind of thing. Also, it could be that you're noticing things that other people don't notice, or that you have knowledge on things that most people don't have knowledge on. And so it's really important as the King of Needles to make sure that people have access to that information, right? Okay. And with the wedding rings here, I just feel like it's in alignment for you to share. Like I said, this feels more like soul's calling, soul's purpose. Okay. And then we also have being enough. The innermost heart says you are enough, nowhere to go, nothing to get, nothing to change, no need to grow more deserving. You, yes, you are love. So I feel like, with this celestial alignment, what I was saying is, this is you understanding yourself and your purpose and kind of like awakening in a way. You might be going through some sort of spiritual awakening or just like this pivotal realization. And with you going through that, you could have some feelings like this that might kind of tug at you a little bit, but ultimately you know what to do. King of Swords, you know what to do. You had your realization, okay, it's about figuring out how to get there. It's about listening. It's about using your brains. It's using your knowledge. and listening to your calling, okay? Is there anything else on this part? I'm being drawn to the rain here, so there's a few things that come up. Earlier, I said something about you helping community members and people who might feel like or be going through tough times, maybe struggling in some sort of way. I'm picking up on that again with this rain falling. And so I feel like you could be thinking about like the perfect way to help them or the perfect way to like solve the world's problems or something. And what's coming up like a message for that is if you if you feel like you need to solve the world's problems, the King of Needles is telling me to share that tackle one thing at a time, all right? Because I feel like your perfectionism is showing here where, like I said, you feel like you might have to have the perfect formula, the perfect plan, and to like kind of tackle all these things or whatever, but that can really weigh on you and tire you out. Okay, so with the King of Needles, I say, well, he says to stick to your strengths, okay, and focus on something in particular, so that you're not spreading yourself thin. Okay. Yeah, focus on your strengths and focus on one thing in particular, at least to start. Okay. All right. All right, what else do we got? Eight of Presents, Twin Flames, Sanctuary. A sanctuary resides inside you no matter what is happening. This inner temple beckons you to enter, take a deep breath, enter, and sit down on the throne of your own heart. Yeah, I just feel like you're very passionate about something. You're very passionate about helping people in some capacity. It feels like you just want to take their burdens away. You're very open-minded. I'm looking at the fact that he's wearing green and then has red, and they're wearing red and then green. So this tells me you're very open-minded about, one, what you're doing and how you reach people, but also about life and people in general. Like, you're more accepting than most people. Like I said, open-minded. Because this person, they're beside each other and they're not judging each other on like being a different color, wearing a different color. You see what I'm saying? So you have a natural way of like working with people who are different than you, communicating with people who are different than you. You're relatable. And so you can use that relatability to connect with people in ways that they haven't been connected with before. Sanctuary, right? You're a safe place for people. You are quite literally healing the planet. Twin flames. People feel seen by you. Okay. What else? Four of Needles here. And we have boat. And we have challenges. Okay. Unbearable situations throw you directly into God's arms if you are open. Please take over, divine, and guide the right actions. Please take this burden and show me your will. I feel like you have you might be experiencing, this is for some of you, you might be experiencing decision fatigue, or something similar. Basically, like you have this idea of, like you have the baseline of, okay, I want to help people. I know what my skills are. I can connect, and I have this story that I want to share, and and I'm creative. So you know things about yourself, but you haven't fully maybe you don't know how the vision's going to come together. You don't know how what's going to come up along the way, right? So this challenges card, I'm going to read it one more time. Unbearable situations throw you directly into God's arms. If you are open, please take over, divine, and guide the right actions. Please take this burden and show me your will. All right. So Four of Needles could just feel like having the right idea, but like not knowing all the steps and all that. And so it can feel like weigh a little bit heavy on you because you're trying to figure out like what is the right thing to do. And then it's like you know that you're doing the right thing, but it's like maybe you're not getting the results or the vision's not coming together or something. It's almost like something's missing. And so it could kind of feel like you're not doing the right thing, but you are. It's like this weird feeling. So with this boat card, it says receiving what you need. So I just feel like this is a temporary state. This is a temporary feeling, and that, you know, cycles are just kind of going through, and that eventually the people that you need to meet that can help you with this, or the the dream that you need to have, you'll have it, or the idea will come up. So I just feel like a cycle is going through, and eventually, you know, the answers you're seeking, the vision is going to come together, and things are going to start coming together. So I would just focus on just kind of being in a temporary state and acknowledging, okay, this is what I'm feeling right now, but it's not forever. Okay. Okay. So let's give him one more message before we move on to the other cards. One more message, please, Spirit. Messages from the Divine Feminine. Oh, the Fool. This to me just feels like a leap of faith. And also, too, we got Jack here and we have Zero. Zero is his companion. Okay, so I just feel like if you're feeling like you're alone in your vision or alone on the journey, you're really not. Okay, so that's something to be said. And like I just said a moment ago, like, you know, the Four of Swords is a temporary state. The right answers, the right people and situations are going to come around and present themselves when the time is right. Okay, you just kind of have to wait for them to. If you imagine, like playing chess, there's another game probably, but if you think of a chess game, right, the king and the queen and the bishop and all of them are all lined up on either side, and you when you play chess, you move the pieces, right? And so think of opportunity like that. You might be over here on the board, but you gotta the other pieces have to move to kind of like align for the goal to come together, if that makes sense. But yeah, so it's like, you know, you might be ready, you might be in position, but other pieces on the board have to move for you to get situated and move towards the common goal. So I would just focus here on Zero being beside you, you know, having guidance, having support, okay, and that being with you, even if it feels like that you don't have that, you do. All right, so I'm gonna leave you with that. Actually, I'm going to leave you with the aftercare card because that's what I do. If you're new to my channel, I typically do aftercare cards just in case information was hard to swallow. They can be affirmations or things to do just to implement into your self-care routine if you choose to do so. Okay, so see the world outside. Keep your eyes open and give yourself a little break from exhausting screens. Look out the window or somewhere distant. What do you see? Trees dancing in the wind? A butterfly fluttering from flower to flower? Take note of everything and see the amazing details you didn't notice before. All right, that was your reading. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to move on to card 2. Okay, if you selected card number 2, this is your reading. Let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, I have to cover it. Okay, so you have Sacred Lust. Katesh. So I'm going to have to put this card face down because YouTube guidelines. But so this is a woman who basically knows her own worth. Okay, she's tuning into the Divine Feminine. She's tuning into like having boundaries, having security. She's very fierce, okay, but her energy is so confident and secure that it's attracting these men who want to serve her, okay? So when I use gender in the readings, it's just based on the card, but you can apply gender as you need it to or need to. But this gives me soft dominance, right? So um, if you like soft dominance is you being yourself, it's literally you being yourself and people admiring you and wanting to like do things for you and help you. So I just feel like this is the energy that is around you, where you don't have to force anything, you don't have to be mean, you don't have to demand anything from people. It just seems like a soft dominance is more of a path or an energy that can support you with what you're trying to do right now. Okay, so let's just put that there for now. What else? The word candy is coming up. Probably just to emphasize the point. Candy is sweet, right? So when you communicate, like I said, not being so forceful and stuff, but turning on more of a soft charm and just being polite, giving smiles, side smiles, little winks, whatever. Those are all little cutesy, soft, gentle things that make people, like, enamor people, I guess. Okay, what else? It could also be because I'm seeing, like, so the candy is still popping up, but I'm seeing more of a lollipop. So you can use that as a tool if you haven't already, but like sucking on a lollipop to when you're talking with people or somebody in particular, if you're trying to get a certain outcome, that could be helpful. Okay. I do feel like somebody wants to. This is going to be weird but I feel like somebody is interested in you, like they want to taste you. All right? I'm just going to say it. It could be, well, I sense that it is physically, like they quite literally want to do that, but also it could be like an energetic tasting where they just want to be around you and just kind of soak up your energy, soak up your charm. Okay. What else? In case it needs to be said, for some of you, Oshun could be walking with you. If not Oshun, it would be a goddess similar to that, like Aphrodite. I don't know any of the other feminine goddesses over sensuality. But yeah, you could have a sensual goddess walking with you. Okay, let's get into it. All right, we got 6 of Presents. Enjoyment, striving and pushing. Yo, what did I say? Hold on. Striving and pushing makes life into endless hard work. The more you're inviting love to take over, the more enjoyment comes. Allow me to enjoy this life, dear Lord. Okay. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern. Okay. So, yeah, I just feel, like I said, I feel like gentleness is going to help you get your way. You got 6 of Presents here. This is the card of generosity, giving, charity. So I just feel like, yeah, being kind, and it's almost like, okay, hold on, this is coming up. If you're somebody who only does for others when you know they're going to give back to you, this isn't the energy here. So you do nice things for people because you believe or have faith in the universe that good is going to come back to you. So it's the difference would be, okay, well, I will give you a ride to the store if you pay me for gas. Okay, that seems like a fair thing, but it's really transactional, right? So like if you really, have faith that blessings are going to come to you in all forms and things like that, then you wouldn't be tripping over $5 of gas just to bring that person to the store, right? So with the 6 of Presents, it's like generosity, kindness, doing more of those things will allow the universe to gift it back to you in ways that you couldn't even fathom or dream of or whatever. So it's like, give back a little bit more. Okay. What else do we have? Okay, we have the Fool card. Spaciousness. Okay, so I'm already feeling like you got to give some stuff up, let some things go. We also do have breakup, stop the pattern as well. So let me make sure I tune in here. Excuse me, hold on. Excuse me. Okay, so we have coffin, endings bring new beginnings. Ah, okay. And we have butterfly. Okay, who are you giving to? Who are you giving to? Let me pause for a minute because I want to read this. So we have breakup, stop the pattern. Give me one more. We have the Chariot. I feel like somebody is holding you back. Somebody or something is holding you back. We have the Fool card, which is the card of, taking off, going on to a different journey. It's very much like, leaving things behind and just kind of being optimistic about the future. Okay, we also have spaciousness here. It says, what do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things that drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. And we also have beautiful butterfly here. Okay, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child growth. So let me get in here. What are you hanging on to? What are you hanging on to? Two of presents. The Empress. The Empress. Okay, hold on. Are you being too kind? What are you doing? Are you being too kind? Are they being too kind? Six of Candles. The World. So you're holding on to Two of Presents here. We got this. This could be a relationship or a career because we've got Pentacles. And like I said, it could circle back to around money, like in that example I gave. So it could be your relationship with money, a specific career or place or hobby, or it could be family or friends because we're sitting on Pentacles. Feels like it's more of a relationship. Okay. So you may still be dating somebody that you probably don't have no business dating. Maybe for some of you, for one person in particular, I don't know. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay. But we also have the Coffin here. All right. Endings bring new beginnings. So yeah, there's just a huge message of like hanging on to some sort of relationship that is not enjoyable. Okay. So it could be that you're giving too much. Could be that for some of you. Okay, let's keep going. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, there's a quick message here for somebody. Because remember we had this other card here. I have to cover it. Hold on. This card right here about using soft dominance to get people to do things for you and to serve you, to admire you in a way. So I feel like maybe you're having some sort of superficial relationship. Okay. Again, I don't know who this is for, but with this, it could be that you have either one or multiple people who are admiring you and want to, have a relationship with you and are showing that by giving you gifts and doing things for you. But ultimately, it just feels like this isn't um, like fulfilling for you. Like it is in terms of materials, but it seems like it's no longer what you're looking for. Like, or none of those people is what you're looking for. I do also feel with the spaciousness card where it's like what you actually are looking for is going to require to kind of like reduce your time or attention with some of those people. Because not everybody, even though you could be getting something from them, it's not what you truly want. And so it's like you gotta remove them to make space for the person to come in who is going to check more of your boxes, if that makes sense. It's like you feel like you're meeting a need. Okay, so I'm getting drawn to this butterfly. It feels like maybe before you were getting your needs met through these people or this situation, but you're not getting your needs met anymore because you've evolved in some way or you need something different. So yeah, okay, let's keep going. Okay, we have Ace of Needles. We have Patience. If you tried forever to shift a problem, there's probably something to learn from embracing it. May I let this go for now, help me relax, and trust every need will be met. Often change soon follows. Clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity. What do you got to say about this? What do you want to say about that? Nine of Presents. That's what I thought. Okay, I don't know who this is for. But how do I say this politely? Um, what this card tells me is like it's time to stand on your own 2 feet. So with this card, you could be dealing with something and it's like you're not really getting the solution or the answer. Like you've been continuously dealing with the same thing. And with the Sword and the Rose and the Ace of Needles, it's like you haven't figured out the answer, how to get rid of it or how to solve it or whatever. Tell me what you want me to say. What do you want me to say to them? Seven potions. So with Seven of Potions, there's a lack of clarity here. And I keep looking at this Fool card. So it's like you want to do something, you want to change something, you want to be different, you want something in your life to be different, to be changed, but you don't really know how to go about it. Okay, there's a lack of clarity here. But here's the thing about the Fool card is there's an element of making the decision, right? Like the moment you decide, hey, I want this to be changed or something to be different here, the moment you decide that, that's the first step. Okay, and then the rest of the steps are having faith that, okay, I may not have the answer now, but I have enough to get me started, right? So with the Fool, there's an element of like naivety, to be honest. And that can be the Fool's downfall, but it also could be the Fool's strength. It can be the Fool's strength because then he doesn't fear loss. He doesn't fear like letting those things go. He doesn't fear creating the space that he needs to for the situation to change in the way that he wants. So the Fool doesn't know what the path looks like ahead, but once he decides to no longer be afraid, then he doesn't fear loss, he doesn't fear letting go, and he is open. He's open to the change. Spaciousness. So what do they need to let go of? The World. King of Potions. I feel like maybe for someone here in particular has a King of Potions, this person over here, who is like trying to offer them the world. And it might seem very enticing. Okay, King of Potions, he's all lovey-dovey, he's got his eye on you, and he's spoiling you, you know, maybe that. He's giving you the world, he's giving you all these choices. He might be offering you, you know, travel or whatever. But it just seems like a distraction. Like, you know, yeah, those things are nice. It's nice to be loved on. It's nice to go sightseeing. It's nice to have these experiences. But ultimately, it doesn't seem like he's the person you want to do that with. And honestly, we have Queen of Candles underneath him. And Queen of Candles is about being independent, about going to the beat of her own drum, you know, and being very ambitious and following her own path and being a little bit different. So it just seems like Ten of Candles, things have fizzled out. You don't want it anymore. And then we have Five of Presents. So yeah, this entire reading right here just says that there's something you got to let go of and you know what it is. I'll just leave it at that. Okay, so to wrap up your reading, if you're new to my channel, I do aftercare cards in case there was information that was hard to swallow. Here is yours. Dance it out. Okay. Play your favorite song and let the beat guide you. Move your body without thinking about how you look. Give in to the music. Shake your arms, sway your hips, do funny moves, express yourself with movement. Dance it out and have fun. Alright, so this could be something to add to your self-care if you're interested, or just to kind of loosen up and help invite, you know, some silliness into your life, okay? And to allow energy to flow out through your body that may be stagnant, all right? So thanks for tuning into this reading. If you feel called to stay for pile number 3 or pile number 1, that's totally fine too. We're going to move on to pile 3. Okay, if you chose this card here, this is number 3. Let's get into your reading. We got Noonday Truth. So I feel like you're having some sort of revelation about something. It says something is not as it seems. Everything is not as it seems. You could have some sort of spiritual awakening. This part right here is for some of you. You could be going through some sort of spiritual awakening. You could be like becoming aware of gifts or some sort of energy around you, or you know, something like that. Supernatural thing. That part's for some of you. So yeah, you could be having some sort of spiritual awakening and understanding some sort of supernatural things or patterns that are happening around you that don't really make sense. Okay. For others, it could be that you just found out some information about your world or about yourself that is revolutionary. I feel like some of you are connecting with the divine feminine yourself. That could be through dance movements. You could be been doing more hip movements, belly dancing, interest in that. You could be just spending more time around water or longer time in the shower, bathing, swimming. There's something about the feminine water energy that you might be curious about, learning more about. Could be a siren here. But ultimately, there's something about realization and learning. All right. I do also see, so we have the number 34. This could be that you've reached a certain age in your life where you're kind of, I don't want to say midlife crisis because it doesn't feel like a crisis to me. But it's like kind of like this midlife realization where you just learn something different about yourself and your needs, your desires, or your path, your purpose. So waking up to that. Okay. All right, what do they need to know? Something about the sky opening up. Clear skies. Ooh. All right, let's get into it. Okay, we got King of Potions here. Divine timing. The divine brings things in timing that we need. Nothing comes before we're prepared, nor leaves too early. May I always trust you, your perfect and holy timing, dear Lord. Okay, so somebody here, I feel like you could be upset that you might not have found your life partner or something like that. Like maybe you wanted to be married by a certain age or have kids by a certain age or something like that. So I just feel like maybe for some of you, the realization you had is like, hey, the plan that you have mapped out for your life, you're not really meeting the check marks when you wanted to meet them. And so that's why we have this divine timing where it's like, hey, things come to us when we're ready. Relax, it's okay. So with this King of Cups, I have a feeling like this has to do with a relationship or some sort of connection that you that you have your eye on and really wanted for yourself. Or it could be that you are in a relationship but maybe the person hasn't proposed to you, or like I said, you haven't done things in timing that you wanted. So either way, there's a message here about relationships in general that is basically saying, it's okay. Divine timing. Lean into divine timing. Because sometimes we think that, we're ready for something or that we want something, but ultimately there's other things at play, right? So it could be that you're ready for something, but the person involved may not be ready, and then that can cause like some sort of conflict or friction, right? So that's why divine timing is necessary to make sure that everything involved is gonna work out to the for the best. Okay. Okay, we also have Six of Presents. We have impatience. What did I say? My life is unfolding in divine timing. Again, all delays are beneficial. I'm always at the right place at the right time. Soulmates. Y'all, why y'all being so impatient? Why they had to tell you 2 times about divine timing? Stop it. Stop it. What else can I say about this? I feel like you might start to feel that life is being cruel to you because you don't have, the things that you want or something like that. But I would say practice generosity, where like you can journal 5 things that you're grateful for each day or something like that. Because it just seems like maybe you're focused on what you don't have instead of what you do have. Okay? Soulmates. And impatience. So yeah. Okay, what else, y'all? 6 of Candles. You're winning. Loneliness. When you stop fearing your aloneness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. May I embrace and love my solitude, and that's when kindred spirits can finally come. Okay. So for some of you, it feels like you need somebody else to validate you. Well, I mean, that's kind of a mean way to say it. I guess what I'm trying to say is like, it's important for you to have like reassurance and other feelings from somebody else, right? To validate you. But it's like, no. You also have this love card here. Okay. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness. That's you. That's you for you. Okay. So again, when we stop fearing our aloneness, then kindred spirits and things can come towards us. What else we got? Okay. Hand of cards. Take a risk. Ooh, and we got a date. Okay, meeting somebody new. So again, if you're sitting here like, oh my God, I'm this age, or I've been single for 10 years and this person hasn't appeared yet, you have the date card. All right, you have the Six of Wands. It looks good, y'all. All right, it looks good. Calm down. All right, the universe is on your side. You're all right. That's the most blunt way I can say it. Yeah, Six of Candles. And this is a movement card, okay? This person, so somebody's coming towards you if you're single, or if it's not about that, if it's about something else, something is coming toward you. What you're desiring is coming towards you. Okay. What else is going on? I feel like part of it is like maybe being a little bit more specific on what you want, okay? Because with this hand of cards, it could hint at you like wanting somebody. Okay, hold on. Yeah, it could hint at you wanting somebody, but it could be that you just want somebody just cuz. And it's like, no, like what are you actually looking for? What is actually going to compliment you and make you happy and feel good? So let me read this again. When you stop fearing your aloneness, you stop settling for less than you deserve. Okay? So what's the point of just having a body next to you just so you don't feel alone? Like, no. Stop settling for less than you deserve. Really think about the kind of person that is your ideal person. What kind of qualities do they possess? Okay, what are they like? How do they respond to your jokes? How do they treat you in the morning? Or like, can they cook? What are their skills? Really think about this and narrow this down, okay? Hand of cards. Put it all together so that you know what person you want to attract in the first place. Okay? We also have Cupid's arrow at the back of the deck here. So again, another confirmation that it's coming towards you. Just literally allow divine timing to come through. All right? Take care of yourself in the meantime. Be kind to yourself. Be generous. Okay? Be understanding. Be patient. And keep it pushing. What's meant for you will come to you. All right. We also have a self-card. I'm going to read this real quick. It says, show me how to love myself. Show me how to take care of the inner child. Show me how to be kind within. When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside. All right. Let's see. Y'all had 3 cards. Actually, half of the cards was talking about this person coming. All right. So you good. You good. All right. One more message for them. Oh. We got Justice and the Devil. You're my devil. Try to stay away, but I don't want to. You're my devil, 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 devil. Okay, so for some of you, have you let go? Hold on. We have Justice first. Have you let go of your ex? Like, okay, maybe y'all separated, but if you're still talking, if you're still casually seeing or here every now and then, cut it out. If you're doing that, cut it out. You got to make room for your new person. Okay? No attachments. What else? You're my devil, you're my devil, 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 devil. Confidence. Okay. So, yep, okay. So we have the Grim Reaper. So like I just said, if you're still in contact with your ex, cut it out, make way for the new. Another thing we just got was the confidence card. Divine confidence is completely different from the bravado of the ego. You make space for something larger to take hold. Please fill me with your confidence, oh love, grant me courage I never knew I had. So if you are a hermit, how is this person going to find you? Okay, you gotta be in your... So justice here is the card of Libra, and it's also he is speaking to people. So he's being seen, he's being viewed, all right? So how is this person going to find you if you're in your hermit mode and if you're, you know, hiding in the house or whatever, right? So make sure that you're opening yourself up to opportunities, all right? That you're in a position to be seen for this person to spot you, all right? And that's going to take some confidence, all right? So there you go. But either way, you got some good cards, y'all. You're going to get what you want. So at least part with that, all right, with that confirmation. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, I do aftercare cards at the end of each reading, just in case there was information that was hard to hear. Here is yours. Feel free to receive it or not. It says, sound of the now. Choose a sound that brings you back to the present moment. It can be as intentional as the sound of your phone's timer you've set every 2 hours, or as random as the sound of a closing door. Whenever you hear it, pause and breathe in and out. Okay, that's perfect for y'all because, you know, practice being present, you know, getting out of your own way, out of your own mind, and just being present, all right? Thank you for being here. Take care. Good luck on your journey.